Los Angeles, also known as the City of Angels, will always be an iconic place to live. But there are a lot of downsides that come from living here. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you 5 reasons why I hate living in LA. But if this is your first time on my channel, welcome. My name is Mona, and I'm a real estate agent here in Los Angeles. And on my channel, we talk about all things real estate and lifestyle here in LA. In this video, as you can see by the title, we'll be talking about 5 downsides that come from living in LA. So let's get into it. Starting off at number 1 with the most obvious, and that is going to be cost of living. It's no secret that living in LA is expensive, especially if you're like me and you appreciate the finer things in life. From fine dining to expensive workout classes and those $20 Air One smoothies. I know the Hailey Bieber smoothie is like the cult classic, and I'll admit it's pretty good. It's like a strawberry shortcake. I love the Lori Harvey vanilla matcha smoothie. It is the best. 10 out of 10. Would recommend it. No shade to Hailey. She's beautiful. She's iconic. But the Lori Harvey smoothie is my favorite. Now, according to this recent article on Fox LA, it stated that you need to make close to $200K a year to be comfortable living in Los Angeles. And keep in mind, this article was published before the tariffs back in October of last year. And what's crazy is Los Angeles isn't even the most expensive on the list. It's actually number 4 after San Francisco, San Jose, San Diego, basically all the Sands. But one thing that I can tell you is that taxes in LA are going to be brutal. For example, they recently raised the sales tax in Los Angeles because, I mean, you can just never pay too many taxes, right? You know what they say, there's 2 things in life that are certain: death and taxes. You're also going to have something called the mansion tax. It's actually called ULA, but we just nickname it the mansion tax. This has been around for about 2 years. And basically, if you sell a home over $5 million, you're gonna pay more money in taxes. Both of these taxes, the sales taxes that recently increased and this mansion tax, ULA, are supposed to help with the homelessness issue that we have in Los Angeles. That's what we've been told. No confirmation, no comment on that. Next up at number 2, we are going to have traffic. Again, another obvious one, but let me tell you, during those peak traffic hours, it's like double it. Double it, sometimes plus some. If you are expected to get somewhere in 40 minutes, that's an hour and a half. I'm actually supposed to go to dinner after I finish filming this video. And I keep looking at the traffic dying down and I'm like, oh, it went down 5 more minutes. Yay, the traffic here is truly terrible. Really make sure that you plan your day accordingly, because I feel it's like you have this 7 a.m., 8 a.m. morning rush, and then after 2 p.m. traffic gets crazy until 8 p.m. You're always gonna have traffic in LA. Like, you're not escaping it. They want to tax you to death, and they want to suffocate you with the horrible, congested traffic. It is terrible. That's what the T stands for. Next up at number 3, we are going to have homelessness. It is a huge problem in Los Angeles, like we talked about with the taxes. They're taxing us more to help with the homelessness. Listen, maybe they did use that money to help the homelessness and we just have so much homelessness that we can contain it. I'm not involved with the government. I'm not involved with the local politics and what they're doing, but it is going to be a huge concern. I was born and raised, you guys, in LA. I have been here my entire life, since my mother was pregnant with me, since before I could walk, since before I could read. Like, genuinely, the homelessness has always been a concern in Los Angeles. Now, I do want to say, I feel in certain areas it's going to be more. So if you're going to areas like Santa Monica, Venice, Hollywood, downtown LA, these areas I feel are going to have more homelessness. But don't be surprised if you see homeless people in suburban parts like Woodland Hills, Calabasas even. But there are certain areas you're going to see more homelessness. Now, my personal theory and observation is that homeless people are going to gravitate towards more popular areas. Like if an area is going to attract more tourists, more foot traffic, the homeless people are going to gravitate towards that area because when they're begging for money, the more people, the more money they can get, right? Like thinking from that perspective. And then I also feel we see them in places like Santa Monica and Venice a lot because they're closer to the beach. Like if they're unhoused and they don't have a roof over their head, they're not going to go to the desert. Why would they do that? They would go to like the beach so they can be closer to the ocean. And because when you're closer to the ocean, the weather is cooler. I don't know if I said that. And then you're going to have downtown LA. There's a part of downtown LA called Skid Row. And apparently it's the worst homelessness in America. So definitely something to keep in mind. Next up at number 4, we are going to have crime. Crime is a huge concern in Los Angeles. From petty theft to schemed burglaries to even violent crimes. Now I do want to say that LA is a county, right? And there are certain areas that are going to be like more suburban. There are certain areas that they're more like of a city feel to it, like West Hollywood, Beverly Hills, Santa Monica, right? Like each of these areas, they're each going to be different. But it makes me think of like New York, right? Because New York is a very affluent area. You have very affluent parts of New York, but there's a lot of crime because it's a city. There's also a lot of money there. So there are going to be a lot of robberies in Los Angeles, actually like a huge thing. A lot of people who live in LA are getting fed up with it. You'll even see people in neighborhoods creating like local neighborhood watches. There are way too many burglaries. I mean, there are so many successful people in LA, and there are going to be certain areas where there's more of them, like Beverly Hills, West Hollywood, Brentwood, Bel Air, Sherman Oaks, studios, especially like in the hills south of the Ventura Boulevard. You're just going to have so many of these successful people in this area, and unfortunately they get targeted. I've heard so many stories. It's not just new money, it's old money too. It's young people, it's old people. Like nobody is safe, genuinely. Now, one thing I do want to say in case you didn't know this, like I mentioned, LA is a county. There are cities in LA and there are neighborhoods in LA. So Beverly Hills is its own city. They have their own police department. West Hollywood's own city, so they should have their own police department. Brentwood and Bel Air, even though they're affluent, they're actually neighborhoods. Now, people who, have a certain, are in a certain bracket, tax bracket, they make a certain amount of money, they're very successful, they know that they are a target and they invest money in their security. Some people have their own private bodyguards. But still, I mean, there's so much happening in LA. I don't know if the police officers can keep up with everything that's going on. There are so many people that get targeted, and it's so upsetting because you have so many of these successful people that work so hard to get where they're at, and then they just get robbed. So it is a concern. It's something to keep in mind, and I just have to mention that. And lastly, number 5, people here can be... I don't even know how to explain it, so I'm just going to make this face that looks like this emoji. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, very fake, very transactional, very, like, superficial, clout chasing. And what's so funny is a lot of the people who are like this don't even have like the thing that they're chasing after. Like someone who doesn't have a lot of followers on social media will judge someone else on how many followers they have on social media. Someone who is broke and has $20,000 in credit card debt will make fun of someone for how much money they make or judge someone by like the car they drive. You know what I mean? Like very superficial. And there's even like almost like a stereotype of people who behave this way. And a lot of people bring up the point that the people who behave this way aren't even from LA. It's like that quote from Mean Girls, she doesn't even go here. Like, she doesn't even go here. She's from like Louisiana or like Kansas. It is a stereotype. It's both men and women. And a lot of times it can be people who, you know, they hang around the more trendier parts of LA. They can be influencers, they can be aspiring influencers, they can be models, aspiring models. They can be like a regular person who works a 9 to 5, but you're definitely going to see a lot of really fake, disingenuous people, very flaky people, very fake people, very just like what is, you live in a studio with 3 other girls, but you're judging this person on the car they drive. The math is not mathing. And it's really interesting. It's like a stereotype, you guys. I'm not saying this is like everyone. This is honestly a small percentage of people who live in LA. But this stereotype is a stereotype for a reason. Stereotypes become stereotypes because so many people meet that stereotype that it literally becomes a joke. Like another one, another one, another one. So it is something to keep in mind, especially if you're going to be more towards like the West Side, West Hollywood, Beverly Hills, Santa Monica, Venice, some parts of the Valley. Like you're going to hang out those super trendy areas that attract these like influencers and stuff like that. And then you get those type of people that are very surface level and fake. That's the word that I wanted to use. Okay. Anyways, I hope you guys found this video to be helpful. If you did, please give it a huge thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Let me know in the comment section below, what are some things that you hate about living in LA? And if you guys want a part 2, let me know in the comment section below and subscribe so you can see more videos like this. And I'll see you later. Bye.